There is some Comfort on the way to New York City. Later this morning, the U.S. Navy ship Comfort, that huge hospital ship, will arrive and dock at Pier 90 on the west side of Manhattan to provide some relief to the overwhelmed hospitals here in the city. CBS News' Reena Roy joins us live from the west side with more on the Comfort's arrival later this morning. Reena?
Well, Chris, the ship is currently en route from Virginia, and according to marinetraffic.com, it is currently near Toms River in New Jersey and scheduled to dock here in Manhattan at 11 o'clock this morning. It is expected to hold 1,000 beds to take the backfill of patients with non-coronavirus issues. This as several other field hospitals also pop up across our city. In Central Park, the Christian organization Samaritan's Purse worked all day to build a 68-bed emergency field hospital near 5th Avenue and 99th Street. They're hoping to relieve the city's overstressed healthcare system.
A lot of suffering in Queens, especially, and in Brooklyn, and we're going to open up in just hopefully a day or two and help offload some of that to help take care of some of the sickest patients.
Sunday night on 60 Minutes, Mayor Bill de Blasio said that he spoke to the president 3 times last week about military reinforcements to help relieve the city's frontline doctors and nurses.
They are not going to be able to sustain this pace, and we need to bring in a whole new group to substitute for them and give them a break and keep building out our capacity. If we don't get a lot more medical personnel quickly, even if we have the equipment, it won't be enough.
This week over at the Javits Center, hospital beds will also be ready when needed. But Governor Cuomo says the space will likely only be used at the outbreak's apex, which current projections show approaching at a slower rate than before.
Now it's doubling every 6 days. So you have almost a dichotomy. The doubling rate is slowing, and that is good news. But the number of cases are still going up.
To continue slowing the trajectory, Governor Cuomo announced the extension of a statewide lockdown to April 15th, forcing non-essential workers to remain home and banning gatherings. The mayor says cops will begin fining those who do not practice social distancing between $250 and $500.
They're going to give people every chance to listen, and if anyone doesn't listen, then they deserve a fine at this point.
Now, there is some hopeful news that I do want to mention. One of New York's very first coronavirus patients, that New Rochelle lawyer, was released from the hospital recently, and more than 3,500 other people across the state have also been discharged since this outbreak began. We are live on the west side of Manhattan this morning. Reena Roy, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Reena, thank you. Looking forward to the Comfort arriving at Pier 90 later this morning, right around Toms River right now, as you heard Reena mentioned just a second ago. So about 11 o'clock that will be docking. Happening today, a new drive-through testing site opens up in the Bronx. Some good news for Bronx residents. That mobile testing site will be at the Bay Plaza AMC Theater in Baychester. Priority will be given to people considered to be at high risk. Drive-through sites will operate 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., and that is by appointment only.